Hi everyone, welcome to another commentary by yours truly, Unfamous Radish. Now, I don't really know how to start this, but this is the album Food for Thought Reheated, a remaster or re-edit of the entire Food for Thought album from 2024. So, I guess to kick it off, we have the instrumental. Little instrumental, Breakfast is Served. I did write some notes down for some of these songs, all the main songs. So, I hope I will say some very informative sentences for all you like-minded individuals out there who like this kind of stuff. So, for some reason, who like my stuff. Anyways, Breakfast is Served, the first track on the album. There's nothing much I really have to say here due to it being an instrumental, and as you know, instrumentals don't really talk. But I figured opening the album with a short instrumental will be a fitting preparation for the rest of the album ahead, you know? Remember, Food for Thought did it first, not Scatterbrain with Tales by the Fire. You know, real fans know that. But yeah, it's just a little fun instrumental. I think this is in a major scale. I find that I seem to compose better in a major scale, but I'm not quite sure if it is. I don't really remember. So here we are. The next song, Pancakes and Waffles. I'm really sorry if this is awkward. I don't really know what I'm doing here, but anyways, we'll move on because the song is moved on. So, Pancakes and Waffles, to me, at least, is the perfect song to really start the album. It's quite literally the start to your day track. The static at the start that you just heard was supposed to give the feeling of flipping through TV channels on a Saturday morning. It wasn't something that was there in the original, but I thought it would make a neat addition. A part of me kind of wishes that originally I was going to have kind of like before that a kind of like a characters talking, like I don't know, something about what's going on in the channel or whatever, but I didn't go with that, obviously. So the announcer following it would be the channel that you finally decide on, and guess what channel that would be? That would be the Unfamous Radish channel. And I'm not sure why you would tune into such a channel, but you did. And now you're listening to this song, and now you're listening to me talk. You're listening to me talk over the song. That's gotta be annoying. So I remember when making this song originally, I actually did look up recipes for making pancakes and waffles. So as far as I know, you can actually use this song to make some. I would actually like to see someone do that, but I doubt that's going to be something that happens. But this song also, it does make some references to brunch time, which is basically when you eat breakfast late enough that you could call it lunch. The song basically makes it out to be this kind of demonic, forbidden meal of the day. I think I did this in reference. Why did I write I think? I know that I made this in reference to a song I never finished that was ironically named Breakfast for Lunch, which is about the same premise that we just discussed. I kind of just redid that idea a little here in the song. It hasn't shown up yet in the song, but you'll know when it comes. But if you already listened to the album, you would already know that. And this is a little bridge, the little part where it shows up. But yeah, I really love how intense the album starts with this song. Like Breakfast for Lunch. Breakfast is Served is like it's a little it's like a little teaser, and then you get into real meat, which is pancakes and waffles. That's the song we're listening to right now.
Everything they say, and food is no different. Dessert, snack time, dinner, whatever you prefer to call it. What makes this one so different?
Yeah, and in Breakfast for Lunch, the prototype song, I guess you could call it.
And it's coming.
It was more heavy on like the government. We can't allow people to find out about such a thing, such a meal. Breakfast for lunch? That's horrifying. I did put that in the food for thought in Scatterbrain demo dump video that I posted a bit ago. I do have the lyrics for that still, but we don't need those. At least I think. I really like that high note that I did. That little little scream. It wasn't really a scream, but you get what I'm talking about. Maybe I could have tried what you call it, getting the tracks to transition into the other, but yeah, I just didn't have the time. I didn't have the time to consider that. But here's Tooth Fairy Talent Show, and I think I feel like this is one of my most like when you think of me, you think of this. I feel like it's just one of my most significant songs, but I could be wrong. But this song is about a little tooth fairy named Abigail, and I feel like this song is one of my... Wow, this is literally what I just said. but yeah, I feel like this song is one of my more iconic ones because it's probably because I've made like 4 or 5 versions of it, yeah, which would include this one. You have the original, you have this one, the alternate version on Scatterbrain, and you have one I didn't finish. Anyway, this song is about Abigail and trying her best to impress the masses when her peers don't believe in her and mock her. Even after succeeding, the other fairies are still jealous of her. I would say that this song is about fake people. The fairies mock her at the beginning, but suddenly, when told that she won't, but suddenly, when she told that she won the show, suddenly everyone acts like they love her. I'm sorry, I typed something wrong. I imagine all the fairies pretend to act all chummy with Abigail and try to become her friend just to get brownie points by being friends with the winner. You don't have to be the best at something. Abigail didn't have the best, but unlike the others, her tooth was clean. Her heart was clean, and she did her best and ended up succeeding. Yeah, that's what I was going for here. A story, a little thing about people just aren't true to them, you know? It sucks. I always like this part of the song the most. I feel like I should be saying a lot more, but I'm a little stupid. But I think you got the main idea of the song. That's all I can really ask for. But I think it's just annoying having people that aren't completely honest with you and putting up a little from pretending like they like you, but you know they talk behind your back, which is probably what all these fairies do, and that's not good. That's never good. What's in the bakery? Uh-oh, here we go. This is quite the interesting song. I did post this song earlier on a little September release, but I kind of didn't tell anybody about that, which was kind of my fault. So I don't know if anybody really knew that existed, which is again all my fault. But so this might be one of the first times that you're listening to it, and this song feels. I feel like this song feels the most different from its original. I feel like it's one of the ones that do. It's like if you listen to this and then you listen to the other one, you're like, the vibes are kind of different. So it's probably one of my favorite songs that I've done though. because of this song is it's one big bread basket of bread puns. It's just overall a cheesy confession song. I don't think by bakery it means like their butt or other, nefarious body parts. Or maybe it does mean that. I think that's what bakery can refer to. Well, the song feels like the singer is very desperate for this person to love them back and could indeed be objectifying them. But I like to think this song is just an exaggerated and silly confession. I think I just wanted to rhyme and make clever one-liners with bread names. And I like to think that I'll be able to sing this song to someone one day, my special someone. But that day has not come. A year later, that day has still not come. But never say that I'm not optimistic. I like to think I am, at least. I really hate the way I sang that part in the original, and also the way I did the chorus. I sang it weird, like what's in the bakery or something. I don't know how I did it, but it wasn't the way in this. I think it sounded a lot weirder. I don't know why I did it like that, but I really like this line. I really like the ending of this song too. the added instruments here really amplify the ending here from the original. I've always loved that. I'm single. Yeah, I'm still single. If you're wondering. Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't think that's something I should say. I think, am I still using a tom here? Because I'm pretty sure on the original, the little drum I was using here was also called a tom, but they sounded very different. Well, I guess we'll never know. One of my favorite songs on the album. I really do like how this one came out. I just don't want to exaggerate. I don't want to. I like to hate myself, but I really do like how this one came out. I like how a lot of these came out, but I really like this one. So anyway, the tallest top hat. So for starters, I do think some of these songs, like this one, were just more on the silly side. And I do think that's feasible because I am not who I was when I made the original album. Mentally, at least. And I say all that to say that I think this really is just a silly song about some dudes trying to catch a guy with a really oversized hat because he's getting all the ladies. I mean, there probably is a deeper meaning here about envy or maybe toxic masculinity, but I don't know if maybe I'm not using that term in the right place, but I'm not sure if I really thought of that at the time, though, which I don't think so. But yeah. I guess this could also go back kind of, I guess, to Tooth Fairy Town show where the people are jealous of you for having something that they don't. Like here, well, they're all jealous because this guy has a really big top hat, really big, and it's really attractive. And we all wanna. Sometimes, a lot of us. Wish we had that kind of, I don't want to say riz, but it's kind of the best word I have on the tip of my tongue. because sometimes it feels almost like you don't even have to. Some people don't even have to try, but yeah. You know, I have my kazoo right here on the table, and I'm thinking, wow, I could have put kazoo in this song. Maybe I could have put kazoo in this song. Okay, I'll stop. I don't know if that got in the recording. That probably got in the recording. I like how in the lyrics that I have, and that also show on Bandcamp, but I like how the lyrics, whenever the tallest top hat is said in the chorus, it's in capital. I don't. That's the only song that I have that does that. I just think that's funny. And yep, even the tallest top hat, the guy with the tallest top hat isn't immune to having something quote unquote wrong with them by having a bald spot. You gotta learn to love people for what they are. What? Okay. Well, we ran out of time to talk about that song. So here's Sugar High. He was mistakenly called Sugar Rush on the original release for some reason. And this song is about someone overly superstitious about sweets. Again, I do think this was just a silly song, but there are definitely real-life parallels, I feel. There's someone overly superstitious about something, and being overly afraid about a specific thing for what seems like for like no reason, you know what I mean? So yeah, this person they're so superstitious they think they'll go to hell if they dare to try a sweet treat, and they think it's some government experiment, some giant scheme. Well, wink wonk, definitely some real life parallels. which again probably wasn't the original meaning of it, but well, yeah. And this instrumental, oh yeah. Oh yeah. I feel like I did kind of go overboard with this for some reason, but I'm so happy for reasons for parts like this in songs. I'm really happy to have finally been able to kind of make them sound a lot better now. Like it just sounds so much cleaner and just overall just so much better than what it did on the original. Even on the, like, you can listen to it on SoundCloud. I don't post on SoundCloud. They are on SoundCloud. But like, why would you listen to this, the original? There is something messed up with the desertification MP3 on SoundCloud, because I think I did export them as MP3s last year, originally. There is something wrong with it. It's the wrong one. There's like some noises that weren't meant to be there, but that's not about this. That's not about Sugar High. This song is also very much inspired by Atomic Copper Claw by Lemon Demon. It's like my Atomic Copper Claw. This song might come up again later in the commentary, but I'll save that for when that comes necessary. Yeah, don't put me under your spell, your little sugary spell. Okay, Food Fight for Your Life. So this is a new song, one of the new songs, quote unquote new songs, well, it is just overall a new song. Well, but it's not new, but it is new. And what I mean by that is that okay, well, I'll just tell you. So, if you want to know something funny, I'm pretty sure that the only... Oh, it sucks. You can obviously tell. You can obviously tell when I go and read off the script. It's awful. Oh my gosh. I need to do better to transition into reading a script. Oh my gosh. But I'm pretty sure the only reason this song wasn't on the original was because I forgot about it. And the original file is called Scourge of the Lunch. I'm not sure what that meant or if it would have had lyrics, but the song sees the light of day. Now it does. Thankfully. It's a main track because, again, I'm pretty sure I would have made it one if I had finished it originally. It wasn't on the Food for Thought like demo stuff because I still had forgotten about it. I actually did uncover it while putting it together, but I once again forgot about the song while making it. I know, silly me, but thankfully I did not forget about it a third time. And we have the song. So this song is about two people duking it out because one of them cut in the lunch line. That's it. That was my idea for it. I came up with it in the shower, I think. The lyrics, at least. But that's probably what you could have guessed that from what I said. I don't know why I had to say that. I guess you could say this song is making fun of those kinds of people that get riled up and cause scenes over the smallest issues. However, I guess in a way, the line cutter did deserve what came to him, but it did escalate to wanting to take someone's life over it. And I ask, is things in life like that really worth trying to take someone's life over such a minuscule matter? That's probably the question we can all ask ourselves from listening to this song. That's my take. That's what I want. That's what I want you to take away from my songs. Is killing someone really worth it? I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Oh, maybe I should have made this song explicit because it talks about strangling someone. Because I did do that for Mr. and Mrs. Asparagus, and I think it's really funny. That's my only explicit song. Maybe I should have thought about that more, but, well, it's not my problem. Well, it kind of is my problem, but regardless. Now, here's something funny. I'm not sure what I was thinking with the ending to this song. If you've listened to it, you know what I'm talking about. I asked myself, to this day, if they were fighting the whole time or, doing something else. What else? What else could they have been doing? I don't know. I don't know. Surely my songs are not all kid friendly. Let's just get that out the way right now. But yeah, what? I don't know what I took when I wrote this last part. I really don't know. I hate to think about seeing the song from a lens of what else were they fighting? Like, is this like Knife Fight by Lemon Demon where people think, like, is that what this is gonna be? Okay, let's move on from that song. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. Here's Cherry on Top. So I just want to say to start that I remember the exact place I wrote the lyrics to this last year. I was in the middle of a day at high school, senior year obviously, and we had this thing at around 10:20. I want to say where we get this free block. Yeah, it was around 10:20. I don't know why I second guessed myself. And yeah, we got this free block. Free block. I say free block, but it wasn't always free. Sometimes the teacher needed you, or you could use that time to finish any work before your next class, but you can kind of get the idea of what it was. Anyway, these blocks were mostly free time for me, since I didn't really take any hard classes, and so one day I was pulled into this computer class and decided to write the lyrics there. I kind of mouthed them as a slight whisper, and I think in reality no one heard me, but it haunts me to this day, imagining the possibility that someone did. That's probably why I remember it, because I'm anxious that, someone heard me, and the people around me thought I was crazy at the time. Which everybody I knew kind of did think I was crazy, so I guess it's not really far-fetched to think that people would think I was crazy. Anyways, let's actually talk about the song. This song is about getting out of your shell and doing your own thing, even if the world shuns you for that thing. Like the bee was eventually seen as a fly, something disgusting and something blasphemous, but the bee did not care. It persevered. And the cherry on top was basically like that forbidden thing everybody knew about, but you couldn't have it, perhaps for whatever superficial reason it might have been. I mean, bees gather pollen and make honey. They don't eat ice cream sundaes with cherries on them. So basically, what I'm saying is to take risks, to be you, despite what others might think or call you. But I think the underlying problem here is that you feel like what you're doing is wrong because, everybody has always told you that this thing was wrong because they say it is. Or you just never felt like you could be yourself. So you might be scared or insecure and not know what you are. You might not know who you are, you might not even know yourself when you look yourself in the mirror. You're like, who am I? I don't know if I have any words of comfort for you. Except for what I said already, because I struggle with this myself. Yay! But yeah, that's this song. I don't know why I used the same symbol on this song for the original. I really didn't need to do that, but I did. Like, I don't think it makes this song worse or anything, but it's just a fact that I did do that. So I'm letting everybody know that I did that. I feel like this song is one of the ones that sounds pretty close to the original, but you can tell that it's obviously different. Because that was because the thing with a lot of the old songs was that they were fine. They needed a lot of touch. They just needed a lot of brushing up, mostly with the lyrics and mixing. Yeah. But I did totally create it. Mr. and Mrs. Asparagus. I don't know why I put the special and symbol here, and I never do that anywhere else, but yeah. So, I also wink. Why did I wink? I didn't need to do that. There's no reason I just did. Okay, so I also remember exactly how I came up with this song. And I came up with it in the middle of economics class. I'm not sure how much I was paying attention, but I'm sure high school senior Radish last year would have told you that they were. It's one of the few songs I actually managed to hum the tune before putting it in my software. I think I tried humming the tune so I wouldn't forget it by the time I got home from school that day. Yeah, I don't know how it stuck into my head the whole day. I don't know if I actually hummed it, but I don't know, it stuck into my head and we got the song. So, yay, I remembered it. So anyway, this song is about two seemingly loving asparagus that end up not so in love. I don't think there was anything deep here originally, I just wanted a song that kinda shocked you with the subject matter. Like, Mr. and Mrs. Asparagus, it's probably a cute song, and then you listen to it. And it's not very cute. I really like this part. Yeah. Oh yeah. Why'd I do that with House? Yeah, so that's why this song is explicit, because I was about strangling someone to death. And it also implies there that Mr. Asparagus killed himself. That is, in fact, what it was supposed to imply. Yeah. Um, you know, I write normal songs. I write normal songs. We're just She's a Bird Killer. Now, this is an interesting little track. Let's begin. Let's begin talking about She's a Bird Killer, shall we? Yes, Radish. Let's talk about She's a Bird Killer. Sorry, for some reason I'm having to, like, burp a lot. That's kind of gross. I don't know why I told you, but that's why I'm pausing sometimes. I don't really talk that much. So anyways, She's a Bird Killer. Late in 2023 to early 2024, when making this album, I was a big fan of VTubers, and I'm not gonna hide it. This one is inspired by a VTuber. A VTuber that's much better at singing and music production than me, though I'm not sure what she'd think if she heard me say that about me or myself or her. This song is just simply about her and trying to say that she's just a person and had flaws despite her exterior. Like how at the end of the day, her and many other internet people are just simply people. And we should treat them as people, not as machines that have to make content and whatever. So it's something she makes references to a lot, and she's very down to earth like that a lot of the times. And I use her fear as birds as kind of the subject matter, not to really poke fun at her, but more just to say it's like it's she has a flaw. She's scared of birds. It sounds silly, but a lot of us have silly fears like that. Like yeah, she wishes all the birds were gone, but that's because she's just scared of them. Like, how anybody afraid of spiders would wish spiders were gone. Yeah, she might be spiteful at times, but that's just because of what she's been through and all that. And I think the breakdown section before the last chorus, I'm pretty sure is coming up, is kind of talking about people that misinterpret her. The same with the lines of people thinking she's insane or you'll regret it if you mess with her. Well, a lot of times, if she is, quote unquote, a little mean with you or whatever, usually it means she's just comfortable with you, and she's more comfortable with you that way. And and that's all stuff I've learned from watching her streams and whatever. I haven't tuned into one of her streams in a while. I kind of missed her birthday, which sucks. And I kind of feel like a fake fan at this point. But I'm sure she would appreciate it to know that I'm still thinking about her, not in like a weird way, but like I still respect her and all that, and hope the best for her. Maybe I'll see if I can try and tune in on some maybe soon. I don't know if I should say her name, but I feel like some people could figure it out if they know me. So here's Vegetarian. Oh, yeah, this uses the sample, and I wanna reiterate that this sample, because my friend is big Undertale fan. I know this sample came from Earthbound first. I think everybody knows that at this point, but I'm kind of annoying like that. I don't say it to her a lot of the time, but I think it in my head when we talk about certain things. Like, yeah, this did it, Earthbound did it first or whatever. I'm so stupid. So anyway, I think this is one of the more weirder songs. Definitely in instrumental nature and lyrical nature. And, you know, the sample. Obvious in the background right now. And I feel like at least more in the original, you can just tell I made the instrumental first. I think the lyrics sound better with the song, if that makes sense. Like they mesh well better. Even though I didn't change them at all, I just re-sang them. Yeah, I guess things just work like that in the world. I don't think this song has any deep meaning though. It's just a hardcore vegetarian that's infatuated with Mother Nature. I even added new lyrics at the end to further prove this point, and I think it really does this song favors. In the original, it's just me laughing, but now it's me laughing and singing, and I'm happy it seemed to work out well. And yeah, that line. Does anybody know the difference between it being vegan? Because at the time I wrote this song last year, I'm like, what is the difference? I was like, what is the difference? I don't quite know the difference between vegetarian and being vegan. And I still kind of don't know. I think vegan is more hardcore than vegetarian. Like, I think if you're vegetarian, you can eat fish and stuff, even though fish is still meat. But for some reason, it's a different category. But vegan, you just kind of, you say no. And I think if vegetarian, you can eat eggs or whatever. Or whatever it is. Do vegans and vegetarians not eat eggs? I can see why that would be, but I mean, it's not meat, but I can see why they wouldn't eat eggs. But I think vegetarian. But I think vegetarians you can, but you can eat them. But I don't know. But yeah, you can tell me if I'm wrong, because I probably am. And here are the new lyrics. I really like the added lyrics that I added here. Gosh, I feel like it's definitely one of my better improvements. And the laughing is just as hysterical. Oh, yeah, this person is definitely in love with Mother Nature. The concept of Mother Nature. Maybe they think she's a person. What? I was about to say something like it parallels to my own original stories that have a lot of things to do with Mother Nature, but we don't have time to get into that right now. Maybe I get talking about that earlier, but my bad, gang. Okay, good. Can I shut up? Okay, expiration date. I put it in the description of the earlier upload of this, but expiration date is about someone never doing something they want to do because they're too scared. They've always been too scared to do it. They're afraid of criticism and not being good at it if they try it. You know, usual anxieties. I exaggerate it though by making it seem like years and years have been going by, and by the time they get an ounce of courage to do that thing, they die. Why is there a lot of death in Radish songs these days? Hence the title, expiration date. This is definitely more of a personal song. There's a lot of things, including making music, that I want to do, but I'm just not sure if I'm good enough or if anyone would even care. But I'm still pushing myself to do those things, and so here we are today, making this commentary. I was actually considering just not doing the commentary at all. Mostly because I didn't feel like it. But I knew I knew I should do it, so I really had to push myself to stop putting off doing the commentary and Get it done. Get it recorded. And I am actually quite enjoying it. I listening to it again. I really am, and this gives me another chance to listen to the album again, and now I see again that I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. Really happy I made this. Because I think I was gonna put it off making the Reheated album until after I finished album 9. I don't know if I ever said the name of it, so I'm just not gonna say it. But well, I made it first. Horseradish. I did extend the intro a little bit there. I felt like it needed that little introduction. Edit. Nothing too big. And yeah, Horseradish. I remember when I posted the very first version of this song, and that's the one on the Vegetables Medley. Oh my gosh, from like 2023. That album did come out. Yeah, it did come out in 2023. Jeez, that's old. And something that's always been strange to me is that people were like kind of weirded out by the title. I think it was because I wrote horseradish with a space, and like in between horse and radish, so people thought I meant something else, but I'm not really sure what they meant or what they thought I meant. Like horse like radish, but like me, but like a horse. That would be kind of weird. But no, I think I just didn't know horseradish like the actual radish was one word. Yeah, I don't know why. I might be a little stupid. But anyway, this song doesn't mean anything, and that's its meaning, is that it doesn't mean anything. I think if you try and find a meaning, you get problems. At least I did when trying to. But I challenge you to kind of get a meaning out of this song. I feel like you could, but again, I don't know. I can't pull a meaning out of my own song. That was meant to not have a meaning. Coincidence? But this song does. I feel like this song feels kind of like about love. If I had to put anything to it. But I'm not sure. Something to do with love. That's all I can say. I'd have to think on it more, but I feel like love. Something love related. Probably something bad. Maybe some unrequited love, but I think the love would be requited. No. I think the love would be reciprocated in the context of the song, but I don't know. That's just my guess. It's my guess when I wrote the song. But the point of the song is that I had no meaning, so I'm just as dumb as you guys are. That probably wasn't the right way to say it, but so the adventure is only make-believe. What track are we on? Oh, track 14. I knew that. So the adventure is actually one of my first songs ideas I've ever had, way before I even started making music. I added the last part in the title in this new version because it was always an idea floating in my head when I made it originally, so you could say I finally decided to come to a decision. So if it wasn't obvious, if it really wasn't obvious, The adventure is about my best friend and I. My childhood best friend and I. But, you know, that's... I feel like I don't need to specify that. But I did. Oh my gosh. So it's about me accepting, trying to at least, how life changes and how sometimes people drift apart. Not because they don't like each other anymore, but that's just how life goes sometimes. The two of us don't really hang out or talk as much anymore. There was always something that hit me when I realized it, mostly going into high school. Especially when, this is definitely my fault. When, the one Halloween that she didn't invite me to, and because we had always met up for Halloween, and then one year, we didn't have Halloween together, and I was going through it at the time, like I always am, and so I just kind of solidified it in my head that we're just not. I can't remember why I felt so bad about the two of us at the time, but I kind of just solidified in my mind that we weren't gonna be as close anymore. But the thing is that I think it was that she offered, like, I could have asked her. I think I didn't ask her to hang out on Halloween because she always asked me, and so when she didn't, I just assumed, because like I always do, that she just didn't want to hang out with me. So gosh, I can't imagine if she heard me saying this right now. But yeah, that was my fault, when I could have just asked her, to hang out. To hang out on Halloween, but I didn't. And I got salty. I got pissy at myself. And I just say that to say that that was my fault. Maybe that was too personal, I should have said it, but now it's on recording, and this is going to be posted, so everyone's going to know about this. But, I feel like that's kind of I feel like that might be relatable for a lot of people growing up when they don't really talk to their, childhood best friend as much anymore. You just kind of, I don't know. And obviously I'm insecure as heck. So the littlest thing was gonna make me go off the deep end about our friendship. Even though I knew, deep down, we'll always be as close as the day we met. Which is true. I know whenever we reunite, it's always a good time. It's like nothing has changed. And I guess that's really all I could ever ask for. I really just talked over the entire song, didn't I? Well, here's the Ocean of Strange. My bad, excuse me. This is one of the songs that I felt the least confident going into, because I really didn't like it on the original. I thought it was kind of like the worst song, because my vocals at the time were yucky. I think they were yucky at the time. But I think here they sound alright. But this song isn't... I don't think this has a meaning. More than it's just a story about someone going on an adventure, like becoming a mermaid, and then I really like that part, by the way, of the song. My favorite part. After a series of events, by the end of the song, they turn into a wicked monster, a siren. I always liked doing. I always felt very proud of myself for that. Like, oh my gosh, What? They became a siren? They were a mermaid and became a siren? I'm so clever. I'm so clever. Yeah, shut up, buddy. Yeah. So, a little breakdown. But yeah, I think it's just a simple story of a royal mermaid losing her status. And yeah, I guess this song is about being impulsive, I guess. Making impulsive decisions. I mean, they went to the ocean with very little. Only a map, a compass, and some string. They somehow decided to become a mermaid. I'm really not sure how that happened. But, it happened. And then in the end, they became a siren. They lost their kingdom by running away for some reason. I guess they didn't feel like doing that anymore, being royalty anymore. So I guess, yeah. I didn't really write down anything for this song originally because I didn't really know what to write. To say, it's just a story. But yeah, I guess the metaphor for being impulsive, making impulsive decisions without really thinking it through, like for the reasons I just said. And Kiss the Cook is another song that I didn't really like originally because I felt like it was just lacking a punch. But Kiss the Cook it's another song like Sugar High, where the singer is distrustful of what everyone is selling. But actually, this time the singer isn't just superstitious, it's in everything, all the evidence is right in front of them. So eventually they get so fed up with this horrid capitalistic scheme, they burn the whole city down. I don't know if that's a blatant reference to I Know Your Name by Lemon Demon, and I say that because it happens at the end of that one too, where they burn the city down. Though I feel like this song was more akin to Market Land. And this song was actually a pretty late addition to when I made the original album. Like it was like one of the last songs I think I made. And it only exists because I thought I couldn't have an album with a food theme and not have a line somewhere saying the phrase "kiss the cook." And I'm like, I'm dead serious. That's the only reason this song exists. In the original, I didn't go up after the first two nights like I did there, because that was the second one. And I'm not sure if that was an error. I think it was an error, but I stuck with it because going up on every other tonight was really hard, and I didn't feel like trying to hit it. But I did it here because this is the definitive edition of Food for Thought, so we have to curb every mistake. Or at least try. And here, oh my gosh, originally here, there were so many parts where the voices didn't line up. Oh my gosh, I hated it so much. But luckily, it sounds much better. And I think this is one of two, the first song being one of two where we mention unwashed or dirty shirts. And I think Everything's Turned Upside Down is the other one that does that. I don't think there's another one. At least I hope there isn't. Maybe this will be a trend in my songs going forward, but I doubt it. Thinking about how the new album was already shaping up, I doubt there'll be a reference to a dirty shirt. But yeah, don't you just hate it when you get kind of scammed or freaking You just hate it, man. I just hate it. You just hate it when I don't even know what to say, but you know what I'm talking about. Like, that's not what you said I was getting, but it's worse than what I thought I was getting. It's what I got, but it's not good. It's bad. And I think that song really did have a glow up. Oh, and here's another song that I think that really had a glow up. The last few songs in the original album, oh my gosh, sounded... When you listen to this song on the original version, it sounds so much more empty. Like, this one sounds so full. Like, yes, girl, eat. And the original, no, not so much. The original one is starving. And yeah, I think that was a new introduction I had to the album for this, because I don't think the original has that intro, because I think it's just rain. But I really like adding that. So like She's a Bird Killer, this song is also inspired by two VTubers. One is the one from She's a Bird Killer, and the other is Your Best Friend, or at least I've always thought it was. But it's kind of more ambiguous to me here. So I guess instead of being about them, you could say I just took inspiration from them and like their VTuber personas, like the VTubers, the models themselves, the lore of them. So the song is about a witch somehow summoning an angel and trying to befriend them. I'm not sure why they summoned them. Maybe it was some failed experiment. But they seem to not know they're a heavenly being at first, and they call them a lot of names. So this song was originally called Spoiled and Rotten, but that was more of a placeholder name. I then took out the Half Past Dinner from the title because I felt like it didn't work as part of the title. I think it's a really cool phrase, and that's why I wanted it in the title. But it only shows up once in the song, and there's no other mentions or ties to anything like dinner related in the song, so it just didn't make sense to me in the title. So it's just the witch in the intro. Oh yeah, here we go. I really think I improved so much on the instrumental here for this song. The laws here, another new addition to the song. They're actually kind of hard to get right. I had to save a lot of air to make it to the end of these notes. Yeah. But like, oh yeah, the instrumental for this is just so much. I keep saying it, but like with with all these songs, the instrumental is just so. It's just so they're just so much better than what they were a year ago. Why'd I get so scratchy on the vocal there? Chill out, Betty. But I like that. But yeah, there's no. This is another just story song. And maybe I could have put the thunder there. I probably should have. Ah, gosh, maybe that was a missed opportunity on my part. Here's a letter to love. Now, I do want to apologize for not having the next dimension here, like in the original. I'm still really bummed that I didn't put it here, didn't get it in the album. I wasn't sure how to release albums with covers in time, so unfortunately I couldn't add it. But maybe I'll release it someday. I could do that, you know? I should really probably do that. But I would also be disappointed because then it wouldn't be in the album, but I released it. Ugh. But and that sucks. Yeah. So anyways, about the song A Letter of Love itself. A Letter of Love is just a silly, cheeky Valentine's Day confession letter. The singer doesn't feel confident in their words though, so they keep going back and forth, and I'm sure we've all been there. I never had a Valentine though, so I wish I did, but no, I've never had one. I added Just For You. Awesome segue, by the way. I added Just For You at the end of the title as a callback to the alternate title to this on the original upload, because it was called, a love song just for you. So I compromised by just combining the two titles. It was meant to just be a letter of love, but for some reason I think it was a file that was still named a love song just for you, and so I put that on the thing. But now it's a letter of love just for you. And yeah. So I remember on the original upload someone thought I had written this for someone, and I assure you all, a year later, that no, this song really wasn't for anyone specific. Yeah, like I said, I didn't have any Valentines. In my illustrious school career from grades K through 12. I didn't go to preschool, by the way. I started in kindergarten. I don't know why I said that, but that's just a fact that you now know. Yeah, I barely talked to anybody senior year. So a friend of mine did give a Valentine's gift to everyone at our table in English class, though, including me, last year in school. So I still think about it because it meant a lot to me. Since we must reiterate that I never had any Valentines going through school, and it kind of sucks. Valentine's Day kind of sucks when you don't have anybody. And here's a new section to the song that I added because I felt very unsatisfied with the way the original ended, and I hope this fit with the song. I think it kind of does, at least, or else I wouldn't have added it. I don't know why I added. I think I added a clapping sound effect here because it was like we're gassing up this person to confess to their crush, like the voices in their head.
Never mind. That kind of confession.
And then unfortunately they get insecure again. Desertification. Oof. Okay. So, for some reason, wait, I gotta. My bad. Excuse me, everybody. Yeah. For some reason, I'm still proud and giddy for coming up with that title, even though it's one of the most obvious puns you could ever make. But this song has doctors failing to contain this virus of sorts called desertification, an incurable sickness that's taken over the entire world, making everyone addicted to sweets. Maybe the singer in Sugar High wasn't so crazy after all. This was the original closure of the album, and I think it still works great at that. Even though there's songs after this, but to me that's more of an epilogue. There's a song after this one, but for the main album, there's a song after this, but like I said, more of an epilogue to me. Like a secret. I think when making the original, I thought people would expect some QC song when seeing the word dessert in the title. So again, I wanted to catch them off guard with this world-ending subject matter, but I also just thought it was a pretty cool idea. To have a, there's an incurable virus of sweets. The sweets virus going around. Again, this is another instrumental I'm really happy with. Both the original and the this one. That doesn't sound too bad. Oh, yeah. Those lyrics, baby. I wrote that. Yeah, they also added a little timpani to this song. If you could catch it. This was another example, this bridge in the original, where some of the lines just did not line up very well. It sounded kind of funky. Not in a good way. I should remind you. But yeah, obviously fixed now. I really like that rhyme. I even got to use the word presumptuous. Ooh. Yeah, but I've always just, I don't know if it's wrong to be proud of this instrumental, but overly proud of it, but I really like it. And maybe I could have done more to it. I feel like maybe I could have done more to it for this. But it's not bad. It's not bad. It did what it was supposed to do. Gosh, I really like this part that I added with that sin. I think it's a sawtooth, but I'm not sure. I can't remember right now. It just added a little punch to the song, and there's something like that in She's a Bird Killer too, with the under in the chorus. I kind of did that with a few songs, just added sometime if I felt like it, I kind of just add a little thing for a little punch. You might notice it where they weren't there in the original. Song 20, the perfect supper, and the last song that I'm going to do in the commentary, because I'm not going to sit here for all of the bonus tracks, as much as you probably would love to have me do that. But this is the final main track of the album, a song meant for the original, but I never added. Oh yeah, that was something I should have said, or I just realized this is a new track, basically a new track. I think I never felt like, but yeah, I think I never felt like there was a room for it, because in my head, The Witch and the Angel was already the dinner track, because this song was originally going to be some kind of dinner-themed thing. Nonetheless, this song is like a prologue or explanation for the last track, the certification. It's not sung. Well, obviously you can hear that it's not quite sung normally. It's just exposition. And I hope this is, obviously since it's not sung, sung, I hope people like this experience, the experience that this song gives with the little exposition or whatever. And I hope the instrumental does help with that. So, a scientist explains how they began to discover this illness, and that it must be caught quickly before chaos ensues. By the last entry, it's already far too late, and desertification has spread all throughout the lands. So all they can do now, like the lines that you hear in the song, all they can do is warn anybody still unaffected by the disease. So they mention having to consume the perfect supper in the song. That wasn't me just lazily slapping the title of the song somewhere, mind you. I'm trying to say that she. Why am I saying? I put she here in the whatever you call it. I don't think their gender is ever specified, but I guess in my head the scientist was always a girl. But anyways, so yeah, they mentioned having consumed the perfect supper, and what I was trying to do was say that she too was taken over by the virus. You know, without kind of saying she did. Kind of doing a little, you know, I would make you think. It wasn't my original intention for these songs to tie together, by the way, if that wasn't obvious by what I said earlier. And I think that's another reason why it wasn't on the original release. I didn't know what to do with it at first, but I think was more the thing, the song idea. And I don't really have anything else to say about any of the bonus tracks, so thank you. Thank you for being here. And, yeah, thank you for being here. I'm glad everybody supports me. If this goes into where the roots used to grow, I'll probably just make it fade out. I really do appreciate everybody that comes and tunes into any of my albums, my work, anything. It means a lot to me, and it just means a lot to me that I don't really know how to really convey it. Just again, there's not much to say on the any of the bonus tracks. They're not deep or anything. Peeping was, you know, a song for the VTuber that was in Shoot the Bird Killer, but, you know, I always had to take out some things for probably copyright reasons. So, yeah. And 3 Meals a Day is a new addition to the album. It's the last new addition to the album. And it's a kind of a depressing song about, you know, procrastination and how sometimes I just don't eat. But anyway, that's Food for Thought Reheated. I hope you enjoyed, and I don't want to repeat myself, but again, thank you so much for sticking around. And if you came to the end of this, that must mean that you like this enough. And again, thank you. So until next time, my vegetable friend. I'm not sure why I called you a vegetable. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean that. Not like that. But yeah, I don't know how to end this. So see you later. Goodbye.